you guys first launch, what do you guys wish you knew? Like maybe like or if you guys have any advice for us or something like.
Yeah. What I wish I knew before I launched, like I said before, I thought it was gonna be automated, which it wasn't completely. That's one of the main things. I thought it was gonna be like, okay, I created once and then I'm done. But no, you have to keep perfecting it every single time. Um, Getting the feedback from the people too. Like I said before, you can't please everybody, but just little by little listen to them, not do what they say, but just have it in consideration what people are saying, because that's gonna be important for the growth of the program as well.
Mhm.
Um, I mean, there's a lot of challenges, like the customer service sides. I didn't know it was gonna be like so like every day I have so many emails, that I have to check and see what's going on, especially with the traffic. Like in my community, I have more than 5,000 people already. So
Oh.
it has grown a lot. So I'm at the point where I need to outsource 100%, right? And especially with all the projects that I have, I'm running this, I have the podcast, I'm starting a YouTube channel, I have a podcast in Spanish as well. So it's like there's a lot of things that you have to manage your time wisely, and then just it goes back to being an affiliate marketer, right? Like that is so much simpler than doing everything that we're doing now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for me, there's a couple of things. Just little tidbits. Don't forget about leverage, right? It's
Sorry,
your
don't forget about what?
about
Yeah.
leverage, right? So what I mean by
Leverage.
that is, it's your program. So obviously you want it to be perfect. You want it to be amazing. And as you go through and look at those tests and tweaks, you're just going to want it to be absolutely, mind blowing. So there can be a tendency, from my experience, to try to add too many different things to it, right? So, for example, as I added, coaching and community and stuff like that to my program, those are things that are going to help folks and increase the overall value of the program. But when I did it, I wasn't just like, here, let's create this community and let's give out my phone number and all this stuff. It's like, okay, there still has to be leverage, because if you get too bogged down with one aspect of the program, then the rest of the program will crumble, right? Because you'll be taking all your focus away from other important aspects. So don't you resist the temptation to add something that's going to take up too much time, because ultimately that'll decrease the results that you're going to get for your customers. And then that's the other thing, and it comes from being too close to the product, right? You created this product, so you're as close as you possibly can be to it. So you are passionate about all the content you put in there and the funnels that you built, and the webinars that you run and all that stuff, and you're just like, man, I focused. This is going to be your thought. It's like, I put everything into this, so I know it's as good as I can possibly make it. And you know what? None of that crap matters. What matters is that it sells and students get results. And so it's hard to pull yourself back from that situation where, like, hey, this tactic or technique or strategy, it crushes it for me, but it's not getting results for the students. Why could that be? Okay, well, maybe it's more geared towards, and I'm not saying specific, but maybe it's more geared towards someone who has a following versus someone who's just getting started, right? Like, just always test this against sales and results, and don't be emotional about it. Like, I think this is a really great strategy. I do this every day, but it's not working for students. Okay, let's pull that out and adjust and find something that works for the students. And so those are the kind of two pieces of advice that I can give, just to kind of help you predict the future. It really comes down to your closeness to the program. And sometimes you just kind of take a step back and be like, okay, what do we got to do to make sales and get results for the students? And I think everything will work out just fine if you do that. But yeah, I think those are both great questions. And once again, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. These episodes, if you're willing to listen and kind of read between the lines, there's so much value to be extracted from this. And if you just want someone to tell you what to do, then there's going to be so much value in the masterclass that's already running, which we'll link down in the description or show notes. And then, of course, if you want to get into Millionaire Wealth Academy and this new brand, and kind of be one of the pioneers, the beta testers. That opportunity will be available as well. So thank you, Alex and Mila, once again for coming on the show again today.
Thank you, guys. It was awesome. I feel honored every time I hear with you guys. Thank you very much.
Me too, guys. I love you both. You guys are amazing marketers, friends as well. And this didn't feel like a podcast. It just felt like a great conversation with some of the best friends you can have, because it's not often you can have people you can have these conversations with in your real life. So it almost feels like we're just by a campfire right now having this conversation. So love you guys, and I look forward to next time.
Thank you, guys. Bye, everybody.